Very nice. This is Felix. Let me give a sound of warning for especially those of our people who are very new in the space of cryptocurrency. You agree with me? I said something very, um, pronounced last year, and I told what we are bound to enter into in 2022. And I would like it or not, the whole thing, when you have this perception or this understanding that crypto is still a baby, is still, in fact, if he has grown, he's still an adolescent and is bound to behave anyhow. And so it has no structure, all right? So of course, those infrastructure are coming, those necessary stuff that you want to make you believe that this is a reality is coming. But I've said time without number that once those things are in place, the whole narrative change and it goes out of the hands of people who should have been liberated with it and then go to the hands of the usual who are in charge of life. It may interest you to know that Microsoft, as at when internet was coming, I hope you know Microsoft was a software, so you need to know software development. When internet was coming, I hope you know that Microsoft actually missed out. Yeah, you may not know. You can go and research about it and why it was never believed that something like internet was going to be anything significant because it brought a how can people trust something people you don't see, and how can you, there was no clue as to, or there was no belief as to how internet was going to control the whole thing. Now, today, if someone tell you that Google, another browser, or search engine, or the browser, there's difference between a search engine and a browser. Yeah, Google would just make Google Chrome. It was a search engine. That was what Google was. And then, but when it saw what was happening with the browser, and of course, it has to metamorphose or add up things, and we need to understand trend, okay? And the Microsoft actually happened. What is coming? What has really come? Because some of us didn't know things had come even before now. It has been, it's just that it had not been unveiled. There are veils that cover the eyes of men, even our heart. Now, so the Holy Spirit is the one breaking them now for us to see. Crypto is fun. You will need to know that. So, but practically now we are having issues for people who do not really even have understanding of where we were and where we have moved to. So, but I need to quickly chip in something very importantly, most especially for new people. I observed something because from interaction with some people, to an extent, I think I began to have feelings, maybe the Holy Spirit ministering to me to say, a lot of people want to make money in crypto, but they are battling. Not because they don't even have money, or not. What they are battling, it was not with actually not having access to funds. Yeah, we know generally it's hard for a lot of people out there, not only in Nigeria, everywhere. Then Nigeria issue now became a peculiar one. But I discovered something, and in fact, till this evening, I was observing that people are battling. People are battling, not gaining stability. They're struggling to meet up, trying to meet up. It was not working. And some have wasted a lot of money, to gain stability, and it was not forthcoming. And sometimes some project that we are blessed that they never invested in it. And so it's like they are starting from square one. Let me tell you something. Now, just rule it out. If you messed up last year, you messed up 2 years ago because you were not following roadmap, because we gave roadmap to a lot of people in our community, and then we told us what we need to do. Especially if you are a subscriber member or Build with me. If I see anybody who was a Build with me, who is still struggling with basic needs of life, and you have been on Build with me for more than 2-3 years, check something, your disobedience. We are not holier than the holiest. But the reality is that with basic instructions, though look foolish, will have made us to a level Now, when we talk about stability, we're not talking about you have a lot of money. Now, you should be able to take advantage of opportunity. That's the frustration many of us are facing now. Inability to have $50 here, $20 here, $40 here, $100 here, $500 here. This project, they are aware of when we said it, but there was no money anywhere. And the fact is this, they've not been able to build up stability from the one. And so it's becoming more difficult. Listen, if you know what is good for you, I'm not saying this to scare you. If you know what is good for you, you see this first quarter, hustle. Anything you can do to hustle. Because I've said it that we are practically into farming and making sure that we consolidate some things before the market return properly. Try as much as possible. Remember, I said it. I said when we get to this middle of January, we're going to have red street, and then and so I've seen a lot of people are struggling. Please, calm down, right? Just calm down. If it's giving you so much headache, right? Push it aside, sit down, ask questions, right? Attend meetings and ask questions. Come to our forum and ask questions. If you're on our WhatsApp group, you're anywhere, ask questions. If you have my phone number, you can chat with me, see what I'm facing. If I didn't respond to you, don't be offended, but I'll try my best, because I discover a lot of people are not doing it right. So I don't know. I saw it. Many people are not doing it right, and they're struggling to get it done. And some actually felt that people who have gotten certain stability was because they have a lot of money. That's not true. Crypto had no honor for too much money you have. Though if you have money, it's an advantage. But I always say this: if you come into crypto with too much money, with no knowledge or little knowledge, you go out with no money or little money. If you come into crypto with much knowledge, with little money, you can go out with big money. But another thing is this: the problem we have, the challenge, and the enemy of knowledge is calling knowledge. There are knowledge too you have. If it's too rigid, you will miss out. I need to communicate this to us, because many people have been in crypto, they are forum, but they know too much. Now, and crypto, I've told you that it's not yet an investment. It's still a bastard child. It's still an a kind of child that you cannot understand. All right. It's still like, it's a special child that needs a special attention. So you have to understand this. But what you need to do is that take it lightly with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself. Oh my God, I've not finished that. No, you do not need that, because I see that even doing that, you are not meeting up. Now, shift those things aside. Go and ask yourself, what are the basic requirements to succeed in crypto? Number one, learning. You need the right knowledge. Now, I'm not saying this because I want you to come into Planb, Crypto Academy, or be with me and all of that. God sees my heart. In fact, it's much distraction for me, paying attention to this, just like a ministry for me, because I want to see people making money. Because it is easy when you are properly, guided in the crypto to become millionaire, than the conventional business, as it were. So now what you need is knowledge. Now listen to me. Okay, now I need knowledge. I need money to enroll for Planb Crypto Academy, be with me and all of that. I do not have that. Only the Crypto Academy from basic to masterclass will cost you $1,950. So basic costs you $150, intermediate costs you $300, advanced costs you $500. Be with me is $1,500 yearly. Now, don't think those ones now as a newcomer who do not have money. Yeah, what I mean by you do not have money, there are people they have, but they don't have because it's not prioritized. Some of you do not have, you prioritize it, but the money is not there. And the major headache you have now, oh, I wish I have enough money to have been on that bill with me. Now, it's not true. I'm not saying this to mock anyone, but there are still people even in bill with me that don't even know what they are doing. It's not about you and bill with me that make you to want to excel, or that will make you excel. It's not just a title thing. It's about your heart committed to it. Now you can be on the free general group, and that's where I'm going to. If you're on a mega grain general group, there are information will be posted. If you are very, very committed to them, there is no how you cannot gain stability. Now, but the problem many people have today is that they have not really sat down to ask themselves, am I doing it right? Am I actually following instruction? Because in cryptocurrency, if you do not have a mentor or if you don't follow instruction, I'm not talking about, yeah, I love network marketing, so which I'm going to explain certain things. So I need to clarify certain things for a lot of us. You are coming new, or you have been in our crypto platforms and all of that. You must get something straight to your mind. We are not the general conventional network marketers, you know. We, like myself, Alex, I'm a businessman, right? So as a businessman, I'm a general merchandise, and I have been saying this time without number. I am not in love with any coin. Be very careful. That's one of the worst things that has happened to a lot of people. They fall in love with a coin. Are you crazy? Fall in love with a coin? Why? What I will get carried away with is what the coin want to do. Drawing my permutation and combinations with all the sentiment around it, I begin to look at within this period, let me sentimentally stay here. And that's why we teach our people use theory against dependent theory. We don't depend on any coin. Rather, we use the coin. And that's why we look for things that are not yet obvious, where people don't even regard. That's why we look for projects. Now, project we look for people who are looking for immediate gratification and would not buy into it until when they become news, they want to come into it. So I need us to know, and I want us to understand this, and because I need to clarify it for people to, if you are still wobbling, you need to go back home after this training, sit down, check your portfolio, check how much did you start with. Some of us cannot even account on how much do we have in the market and what our progress level. Some of us don't have portfolio management tracking. We don't have. You just say you are in crypto, you join, you are there. No, that's not how it's done. If you are a new person, and I think you need to get this straight to your head, say, hey, I'm not going to do anyhow because I really want to produce a result. This is 2022, for God's sake. It's not like any other year. I told a lot of friends, yesterday I was in Lagos, and I told one of our leaders, I said, hey, you know what? 2022 is highly prophetic. You don't play with it, take instruction very seriously. So you're on a forum, general forum, you don't pay attention, you don't read, you read, you pass, you don't understand, you don't ask questions. It's appalling. And when the wave move off again, that's when you come back and said, I don't know what came over me. So if you have not really appropriated the right thing, how you to align yourself, you need to go back home. Okay? And then if you need to stop, close your laptop, sleep, pray, forget about anything the next 4 or 5 days before you come back and ask yourself, I need to get it right. I mean what I'm saying. Now, let me put this thing again straight to our heads, that don't allow the old knowledge you have to control you. Crypto is not yet, I was on a forum the other day, and I was trying to, somebody asked a question of a particular coin, which exchange is this coin listed? Somebody say nowhere. I say, hey, you know what? You better not be a slave to someone's ideology. Because someone told you that the coin is not listed on an exchange or it's not yet on CoinMarketCap, that makes the coin irrelevant. That's not true. That's supposed, but that's not it. The more you look, the less you see in crypto, man. Listen, money honor where there is no sense. Where there's too much sense, money disappears. Let me ask you, I'm not derailing anyone. I'm not antagonizing anyone. I'm not trying to, bring anyone down. Go back to your family. That's your uncle, that's your brother or your cousin who proved to know too much in the family. What is his financial stamina? Ask. I've checked it. I was sitting down. Everything about crypto is about life. Now, people claim too much to know too much, who have too much sense, don't produce result. Because they will check it, how it's going to work. It's not making any sense at all and all of that. Crypto does not make sense. Now, sometimes what makes so much sense don't make money, and what makes so much money don't make sense. So get it straight. That's why people who have so much sense now cannot make money in crypto, because crypto doesn't make any sense. But the truth is, crypto does not make sense, but it makes money. And so, what are you talking about? If you have enough money, you can buy a lot of senses. Okay, so please, I need to tell us this. And thirdly, some of us who are on some of our platform will bring, like, let me use a practical example. Zenith Sapphire. You have to be one of the leaders in Zenith Sapphire, and we brought it to our community. I remember when I brought it, I just sent it. I've joined. If you are interested, join, pick a package. Congratulations. And there were two sides of it. You are minting the coin. Please, if you call me, you want to pay house rent, you want to pay children's school fees, and it's to sell your Zenith, it's just tantamount to someone who want to sell his land to pay children's school fees. Which land will he sell next year to pay children's school fees? Listen, there are assets you sell now to pay, basic school fees, house rent, and all of that. It's an error. You need to check yourself. If you are selling land to go and pay children's school fees, you are invariably saying you will finish, because landed property is not a thing that you will buy and to send children. You want to, it's a backup. The same thing, that some coins we have, it shouldn't be like you want to be doing day-to-day trading on it. So you must understand. I'm going somewhere, guys, so it's very, very important. I need to pour it out for people to get it straight. So maybe after the training, you can sit down and still listen to this video. Maybe it can make some common sense for you. This is why many people are doing crypto, and your friends have been asking you, oh, this is your crypto self. You don't even know what you're doing, because you yourself have not really defined what exactly you're doing. All right. So, as it were, and I remember when I moved around, all the people come into the forum, and I told them, we run academy, and Planb is not a platform for just like a use and done. No, our mission is to build people using blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. And that's why we call it Operation Do It Yourself. We've not seen anywhere, any time that Planb is going to be collecting money for people and trade for them and pay them percentage. No, we're not called to limit people. We're called to expose people to things that can blow them off where they never imagined they could be in their life to get there. And that's exactly what we do. And that's why when we see opportunity, we bring them in. So be cautioned. Now, we're not conventional network marketers who, like myself, I'm sorry, with all sense of humility, there is no company in this world that can buy me. There is none. Why? I'm too expensive. If you are costly, there's a price. A priceless thing is too expensive. Exactly, everybody in Planb is too expensive. Why? Because you're in charge. Because you can turn $20 to $20,000. It's an expensive person. You can turn $100 to $100,000. It's an expensive person. So a man who can turn $100 to $100,000 cannot be bought with 200, million naira, or 2 million naira, or 3 million naira, or just $1,000 of, freaking, funny stuff. You can't. Now, in other words, I'm passing the message to a lot of us. You are supposed to be a president, and you are saying hello, sir, to a local government councillor. You've sold your birthright. So in crypto, don't limit yourself within a confined environment. Don't be a slave to a coin, right? And that's exactly what we do. So in Planb, we educate, we expose people, and that's what will bring opportunity. You leverage on it. Now, and I put it this way, I said, if you don't have money to come into our academy to build with me is $1,500 for God's sake. And our private mentorship is $5,000 for God's sake. Now, you are there and you just have investment of 1,500 euro, and then you've not made money. Where are you going to see $5,000 to come into private mentorship will say, you know what? Come into the general forum or plan B, number one. Number two, when you build your business, you rank, we give you free access to some of the academy you don't pay. But do you know one thing? I did a survey. I discovered majority of people who even rank never bother to ask, please. That means no much persons place value on personal development. So I challenge you, if you're among them and you are listening to me for the first time today, pay rapt attention and prioritize your personal development training. It's very important. See, you can't go anywhere in crypto, if you don't equip yourself with the right knowledge. I can tell you that. Now, when there's a freak, like let me use an example. We're not surprised of the price of crypto came down where it was. Now, that means you won't panic. But for somebody who he was caught unaware, of course, he need to panic. So that's exactly what I need to pass across first, that we are not a group of just like a marketer, we're business people. And as a business person, we don't depend. And that's why nothing can hold us down, right? Because this is a very vast environment. And you have to be cautious what to think 2016, 17, even 2020, even to last year, 2021. This year may humble you. So don't claim you know too much. Be very careful. So you're welcome, everybody. I'm just going to show you something very straight because there's so many things a lot of you have missed out. I discovered some person will ask some funny question. It's just a practical thing that many people are not following. If you're here or you are not, in fact, the worst it should be anyone who is on bill with me, who is on private mentorship, and with private mentorship, if it's cane, I'm going to use to come to each one's houses and flog you, I will have to do that. I've told you for private mentorship, it's a real drilling room, messed up, we flog you to it. Now, every other person, you can do anyhow, but if you do anyhow, you're not going to make us proud. We want to make insane money. We want to see portfolios in millions of dollars, and that would make a lot of sense. And then silent millionaires made without noise. Let's break through. That's what we pray for. But without proper instructions and following, that's why in Plan B, 3 things are very important: information, instruction, and action. And taking action at the right time is what produces amazing results. Okay, so please, we don't take nonsense. If you are very new in our platform, if you're on any of our Telegram or WhatsApp forum and you messed up, we'll put you out, you may not come back. Okay, now let me quickly show us now. I said it even before this market came down, I said, it's either you go crazy with staking or you sink with volatility, and you could see what happened. So if the market is crashing up and down, why don't you accumulate the volume of the coin? Simple. When the coin appreciates, you have a lot of money. That's it. Now, but let me show you something very quickly. Some of you have not got involved in Metaverse. That's the gaga thing in crypto for the next, I don't know how long, but let's see what's going to happen. So let me quickly share with us and just listen to this clip. And so it will amaze you that people have been in the space and making insane money, and then while others are still singing at the background, thinking that they know so much or whatever. So let's listen to this clip just quickly, and then I'll move further.
Cities. It's in the metaverse, where a growing number of investment firms are spending millions to acquire digital property.
Owning land now in the metaverse is a little bit like buying land in New York 250 years ago.
Metaverse real estate isn't all that different from property in the real world. It just exists digitally in 3D cities where users can simulate real-life pursuits like shopping, playing games, or attending virtual concerts.
There are houses that you can walk into, there are shops that you can go into and buy things. And this real estate in the metaverse is increasingly for sale.
The idea behind investing in digital land is that once you own it, you can make money by developing virtual property and leasing it out.
We bought it because we want to do something very big there. We want to do something that's immersive and exciting. And in order to do that, you have to have lots of space.
Of course, digital real estate is still considered a very risky investment. So what exactly led to this virtual land boom? And what factors make it so valuable? Right now, the metaverse is an evolving space that comprises multiple digital worlds where users can interact with avatars. Many of these digital spaces appear cartoon-like, while others feel like virtual recreations of the real world. Andrew Kegel is the CEO and co-founder of tokens.com, an investment firm specializing in cryptocurrency and metaverse real estate acquisitions.
Land in the metaverse looks a little bit like a monopoly board, in that you have these parcels of land and you want to try to acquire as many parcels of land on the monopoly board.
There are only a few platforms where investors can buy and sell real estate, each with their own unique cryptocurrencies. Each platform has a limited number of parcels available for purchase, which is tracked using blockchain technology. In November, Republic Realm, a firm that buys and develops real estate in the metaverse, said it paid $4.3 million for land in the world of Sandbox. It's the largest digital property sale publicized to date.
The whole reason why it is a store of value is because at the outset, each metaverse platform declares exactly how many parcels there will be. So they would be cannibalizing the value of their own holdings if they continue to mint more and more of it. So that tenet of scarcity is what gives the category value.
As in the physical world, location is a major factor to consider when buying digital land.
Areas that are busier or have more visitor traffic, like the downtown areas, the parcels of land that are for sale there will be worth more than those that might be in the suburbs. Once you have this parcel of land, you can use various programming tools to create things like an amusement park, a casino, a museum. You can build whatever you want.
Investors are betting that individuals and companies will spend money on virtual developments like homes and retail space. And as more people join these online worlds, the properties will increase in value.
You know, if you build a mansion, you might sell it to someone who's very wealthy and wants to spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars on a mansion in the metaverse. Or if you build a mall or an office tower, you're gonna lease out the space to companies. You're gonna collect rents.
Tokens.com said it paid $2.5 million for attractive land in Decentraland's fashion district. Decentraland is a 3D decentralized virtual world that was launched in 2017.
The long-term vision is that we want to turn that property that we've purchased there into the Rodeo Drive or Fifth Avenue of the metaverse. Our goal is to be the dominant and leading metaverse landlord.
Companies pay an architect to design virtual homes or malls and a game developer to build them. Zoning rules limit what and where a company can build in the metaverse. But unlike the real world, metaverse buildings defy the laws of physics.
So there's a point in the development cycle where it looks nearly identical to real world real estate development. So you hire an architect, you come up with a mood board, you pull images of other spaces and buildings and designs you like, and you figure out what it is you're going to build. And then from that point forward, it actually turns into video game development. So then you hand it off to 3D renderers and then to 3D developers who make it interactive.
Some of Republic Realm's developments include a virtual mall, which it leases to retailers selling fashion for avatars, as well as a master planned community of around 100 villas on private islands that it sold to individuals.
So in some ways, these immersive e-commerce environments that we're building are really 3D equivalents of marketplaces like Amazon, like Etsy, where multiple different sellers and retail.
Now, like I've told you guys, what is making money does not really make sense. And if you just need to understand this, you'll be able to sit down to learn more as much as possible. And I listen to people when you ask them to come and learn about crypto and build up their understanding to expand and make a lot of money. They dwell so much about yesterday, last week, last year, and so many time pass. Right, you have, this is meta, this is what meta look, we call it crypto dresses, digital fashion, right? Digital fashion, meta, and all of that. Now, it does really not make sense, but what is important is that if you go against the trend, you missed out. Now, let me show you something very importantly for you to know how, what to think you know previously. will not really work now and will deny you a lot of things is this. Look at it. The people who probably will talk about something or condemn certain thing. I'm sure everyone in Plan B learned some data lesson through Shiba Inu, for instance. All right. Now, because they have to do technical analysis and there was no place to do technical analysis. But the simple thing is this, which is not really too simple, is that because sometimes if you go too high, you missed out. And we're like, no place to do technical analysis. I say, come on, what are you talking about? Is it not what to have a record that will have a technical indicator? Now, you can't study behavior of a thing you never met before. So there's not data to collate and now project and forecast what can be repeated, right? And so how dare you to say, hey, that is not going to stand? What has not been before? The beautiful one are not yet born. Even the ugly one refused to die. But you must always open your brain. However, take it simple, but open your brain. You have to be vertical and at the same time horizontal so that the depth and then vast understanding picking up here. Now, look at what will interest you. Let me show you something very quickly. Good. Now, look at this. This topic may interest you. How mega banks, Goldman such as Morgan Stanley are talking about Metaverse, right? Now, look at it. Look at what will interest you. Report, Meta will incorporate NFTs into ambitious Metaverse plan. That's Facebook for you, right? That's Facebook for you. Now, this, with new fund, Bitwise aims to capture renew NFTs interest. Okay, Edric's issue against flight delay via crypto rails. Terra Focus Stata Labs raises 12.5 million. He is 41. There's one that will definitely interest you. I really need to pin it up of a projection given by, let's go here. Okay, Megan said blockchain is owned for the most disruptive whatever. Okay, Morgan Stanley sees Metaverse as an 8 trillion market. 8 trillion market. That's what he said. And that's a Megan Stanley, the Wall Street giant that managed 6.4 trillion in assets, said that Metaverse will be the next big investment theme in a nod to client last month on Tuesday. Golem such as then described blockchain as being the key to Web3. Now, this is a combination. I've told you things that will be happening. We're going to have new protocol because of Web3. We're going to be having infrastructure. We're going to be having use case of NFTs into the hypes of Metaverse. And so with that, you're going to have a lot of things because in the Metaverse, you have to have non-fungible as a payment method, blah, blah, blah. And then that's with those hypes, money is made. Either you believe it or not, people are millionaires, and the millionaires will be created more because they believe it and they took action. All right. Now, something we're going to shock you here. Now I'm going to go back here. Okay. Something's going to really, really shock you here. It's this. Now, for those of you who claim to know so much about cryptocurrency, now let me show you something very, very fast here. I'm almost wrapping up. B3, 4P. Now, if you go to CoinMarketCap and search for this coin, what you're going to see is this. B3, 4P. And market has no data to search it. And thank God it's even already here. Like, okay, maybe they will do anything later. But on CoinGecko, it has no trace whatsoever. All right. Now, this is it. Okay. The more you look, the less you see. What you need is access to insider information. And that's why we tell people, go get access to the right information. Why you're sleeping, why you're struggling to chase Bitcoin. Oh my God, why Bitcoin collapsed from 69K back to this? I don't have time for that. If Bitcoin likes, let it come to $10,000. That make it good. We just collect one or two, add more into our portfolio, and then go stake it and let it be on Midas and all of that. I remember the other time I told everybody to buy Midas. Midas was $2, $3. You know, new people. We old people have been on Midas when it was less than $1, and then it was after then it got to $9, almost to $10. I'm not going to be surprised if Midas end up in 2022. End of 2022, and we'll see Midas at $260. That's not a financial advice, okay? So, but the point is this: the more you look, the less you see. Now, this is a coin that has no trace here, and even those who claim to know about blockchain very much, now, if they go by this to go to the website, they're not going to see anything to read there. It says it's a soft fork and constructed as a secondary layer on Reflect Finance RFI project, but on BSC. Now, if you go to the GitHub to check the coding and all of that, see what's happening. Now, it says B3 has no activities yet for the period. That's for the period of 2022. Nothing about this coin. That's what it's telling you, okay? Now, in 2021, now it's sort of the same thing. And then it said, how many followers? Only 4 followers. Okay, now 0 following, and all of these. You may want to check all of these. No place to explore information. Now take note of this. I'm going to show you something very fast now. The same coin, right? The same coin. Let me go to this guy. So the more you look, the less you see. Okay, crypto is bigger than what you think. It's crazy, it's phenomenal, and you must just get the right information, be able to pick it the way it is. Now, let me show you something very, very important now, very fast. Now, the same coin, look at it here. I bought some at less than $90-something, some at $115, and all of that. That same coin, okay? So we're waiting. Let it just come up. Now, the same coin, right? The same coin, BUSD. Let's check how much is it. You can see track of it on CoinMarketCap, where whatever is it, blah, blah, blah. Now let's check. 1 unit of the coin is $244. Guys, that's crazy, right? Then the question you need to ask yourself, all right? The question you must ask yourself is this: what the hell? What the hell is this? $244. So some I bought, that means some I bought at $115, $97. If I want to dispose them right now, then this is $244. Now, what the hell is this? There's something called utility creation. There's some coins in the market, they're just stable coin, but you farm them on the utility, for instance, and you make money, but it's a stable coin. If you just buy, let's say you just buy USDC and keep in your wallet, it's a stable coin. But there's a way to make money on USDC, not only just taking it and they pay you reward at the end of the year, then it's called combined utility, and then you make more money. And somebody will like, how will you make money? What's happening? Because somebody is doing trading, somebody is paying tax on it, and then you'll make a lot of money. And now, what is the only utility for this coin now? Good. Let me go back here. This coin, for me to be on Drip network, now let me go back. If you are not yet having your Drip network, well, it's your choice. I'm not going to tell you to or force you, but I know place for new people. I think this is for new people. For old people, I have no business with you if you are not yet on Drip network. For the new people, after now, you may need to go to do this. Let me just show you guys something very quickly.
You don't know what in there be. You could be a person hand with nerve.
As the worry, thing is doing, is going, and it will not come back. Okay, I have zero tolerance for indiscipline. So I'm sorry if I'm too harsh. That was how I was trained. So I have zero tolerance for indiscipline. So permit me for that. Okay, drip network. Okay, now drip network actually kissed $100. Now, when I was checking track in on this coin, there were people who bought in when it was $3, but all-time low in the market, on the coin market cap, was captured at $6.47. Right? Now, with crazy community who are just hyping and talking about the project. Now, look at it. All-time low for $6.47. Now, let me show you something. Now, somebody who invested, it doesn't really make sense, okay? Somebody who invested, let's say, somebody who buy 100 pieces of the coin, multiplied by, let's call it $7. So that's $700. That was last year, 4 months ago, last year, September. Now, the person is going to do this. I'm going to send you a link on Drip Network. He's going to do this, and he did that. He's going to go to Drip Network. So you can see as all the market was crashing, all of us on Drip Network, we have hope, because the more the crash, the more the going up of Drip Network. All right, so let's look at it. Okay, so now what you need to do when you are sent a link, if you're on our forum, on the WhatsApp or the Telegram, a link is already there, or you ask any of your friend who invited you, and it's already on Drip Network. And so now, once you're given, it's going to ask you get a booty, then you are meant to copy the wallet address of the link sent to you, and you paste over here, and then you click on it. But you have to connect it on your, that was why primarily I always recommend for people, you need to get a laptop over time. And then so that you can always use your MetaMask on your laptop. Now you connect your wallet and then copy the wallet address attached to the link sent to you, and then paste it over here, and then click update. Once you have done that, ensure you have BNB in your, MetaMask, okay? Once you have BNB in your MetaMask, then what you do after you leave this faucet, you go to swap, okay? Now on swap, you come over here and say you want to buy, let's say you want to buy, let's say you want to buy drip. Now with your BNB, one BNB now will give you 3.28 drip. I remember when one BNB will give you 14 drip. At the point it dropped to 9, at the point it was 8, at the point it was 7. It was very long time on 7. So imagine even if this is what you come into the system, you use 2 BNB, you take 1 BNB, you buy, or let's say, this is my sentiment. That's how I do my sentiment. Imagine somebody who collected, like the analysis I was just doing, 100 drip. Now, 100 drip was expected that in 1 year, 365 days, from tax, from swapping and all of that, you should have earned 365% of the drip. It wasn't making sense to people that time because drip price was down. If I was going up now and it was not coming up. And now, so if it's 100, that means you are talking of having of 365 drip. But because of compound interest, just like what Midas does automatic. Now this you have to compound by yourself, although you can set the automatic too. Now, but I don't do the automatic, I do the manual, so that over time, when you need to take out profit to do something with it, you won't overstress yourself. Okay, now imagine the person was compounding, but let's even say the person is having 365 drip, and how much is one drip right now? $98. Okay, that's about $35,770 now for the accrual. But imagine even if there's 100, it kept multiplied by $98. That's about $9,800. All right, from when? From September last year to this year. But the good thing is that the coin was accumulating for him. That's the staking. That's on the drip network. Now, oh my goodness. Now, before many people knew about this, so as it were, so like this, you look at it, how many is the coin? The total supply is just 1 million. All right, it's just 1 million. That's the maximum supply that's going to be is 1 million, right? Then, but the circulating supply is 100,000. Now, I'm not going to surprise, not a financial advice, that eventually the coin you hit it at $500 or $1,000. Now, so please always be teachable, right? If you have too much sense, you're not going to make a lot of money. Those of us who don't have too much sense, God can help us to make a lot of money. So that's on drip. Now the same drip, it has what we call drip manual. I'm going to wrap up right now because I don't want to stay tay too much. I have a lot of things to stay attentive to. It has what we call manual, that is where you farm. Now, there's something we're waiting for right now. Those of you who missed, who didn't follow buying rev, what's the good news for you? You can still manage to participate in the animal farm. What exactly are you supposed to do? Just buy BNB and keep in your MetaMask wallet connected to the manual. Now, there's a link sent here, right, that you can stake and then do the manual drip. And if you have the link, and probably you've not done because you were confused, all you need to copy the link, buy BUSD and keep in your MetaMask wallet. Remember, if you are withdrawing BUSD from your Binance, it's free. You are not charged for withdrawal. And so ensure you have BUSD in your MetaMask. Now, if you have not added your Binance Smart Chain into your MetaMask, instead of going through to search for the code, just go to PancakeSwap and put any coin as if you want to swap, and it will ask you to switch network, and you switch to that, then it's already there. Then with that, you can copy the wallet address and go to your Binance and send BUSD. Now, to do this, you first of all come to Drip Liberation. Haven't bought BUSD into your MetaMask, and of course, you have been given a link, you copy, you paste, and connect. Now you come to Drip Liberation. Now on the Drip Liberation, you're going to put the amount, let's say $100 worth of BUSD. Now in my own case, it says supply. Your own case is going to say enable because that's the first time. So yours will say enable. Mine is saying supply. When you say enable, you have to allow the transaction to cut some money, right? You have to allow the transaction to cost some money. As it costs some money, then you can supply. Okay. Now, when you have it has cost some money for enabling spending, then you now come to supply. Let's say it's $500 you have there, or let's use $100. So all you do is just to click what supply. It's going to convert the money into combination of BUSD and drip. That's what we call drip LP. Now, that is liquidity provision. So you are providing a liquidity combination. So by default, it has already swapped it. So I can say confirm. Now, once I say confirm, what's going to happen? Confirm supply, yes. Now it will ask you to add cake LP to MetaMask and all of that. I don't need that. I've done that before now. Okay, now drip liberation now is available. It's being supplied already. Now, what next are you supposed to do? I haven't gotten that you have this. What's my next action? My next action is to go to what we call drip garden. Okay, my next action is to go to what we call drip garden. Ordinarily, this one is having 6 hours to recompound. Now, where are you? Okay, I can refresh. So, because once it's available, okay, drip garden. Okay, I think because I still have one running, by the time it's done, I can, okay, yeah, okay, let me just put maximum. So I'm going to buy plant. Okay, I'm going to buy plant. So buy plants, yes, buy plant. So that's what to do. Then once you buy plant, okay, it's asking me to, because of the gas fee, you know, PNB submitted to gas fee. So it's not like Ethereum that's going to collect all your money. All right, so let it come up. I think we're okay. There we go. I confirm. Right. So drip network. Now, those of us who participated on Rev. Now, let me tell you something. If you look at Rev now, I'm sure it's $1. Now, what happened? You do not follow instruction or trend. Now, somebody who come in now, who bought Rev, you just heard, oh man, Rev is going up. You didn't ask, you are not in the forum, you're not in the, that's the advantage of you being a signal group. You have a person you are following, you're taking instruction. That's what it saves you from unnecessary stress and loss, as it were. Does that mean you cannot make loss where you have a mentor? No, that's not true. Nobody tells you that your mentor is God. Your mentor is not God. So nobody is God. All right. So you have to understand that nobody is God. So, but once you're okay, I think this is already bought. Let me just go somewhere and return back there. Now, some of us bought Rev, $25, some $30, $34, $38, $50, $54, and all of that. And then we kept it. And I told everybody, Felix, the only thing I'm going to do is to divide my Rev into two, sell half at the all-time high, and especially when we're going to layer 2 swapping, and then the remaining volume I keep it for swap. The remaining volume I keep it for swap into my phone like that, just to continue. And when it did all-time high, the first trade profit I did was at $200. And I told everybody, I'm done with the basic. The other one is the remaining fraction that will sell if you get to $300, and then while the other one wait for the layer 2. Then if time permit, it could hit $500, but me at $200 taking profit. Now when it hit $300, I sold, and then the remaining little fraction, I kept it, and then the one I was going to use for the layer 2. And then when the layer 2 came, bam, the purpose for the Rev token is to use it as a token for pre-sale. Now, somebody is going to come to the market and saw the performance of Rev token. He bought it at $200, at $250, and he probably will hear in analysis that coin is going to go to $1,000. He's waiting. This is where he's going to land himself. He's going to land himself at $1.5 million. That's $1.05 or 50 cents. Now, what's going to say? He will go back to the world and say, crypto is a gamble, it's a fraud, it's nonsense. Who is a fraud now? The man who refused to learn. You defraud yourself when you refuse to learn. You defraud yourself when you refuse to learn. Drip garden. Okay. That's for drip garden. So it has started running. So now the next thing I need to show you is that you can be compounding as you make the money down, but I need to show you compounding of drip, right? Let me show you. Sorry, I need to just navigate to an account, show you. So when you see people who have started, I saw that one guy that account on Drip Network. He has how many? 1,005, 3,800 pieces of Drip token. That's amazing. Now, these are guys who have started this Drip when Drip was very, very significantly cheap. Okay. So imagine that. So such person we're going to be making money on daily basis. So in a month, imagine if somebody who have 1,000 pieces of Drip token and is going to be earning 1% of the token daily. So imagine in a month. And then, of course, it's not going to waste it. It's going to be compounding. For those of us who may not understand, we say, let me sell. No, there's an appropriate time to sell. Now, even little fraction you will sell have covered all the money you spent. Like Riv, all the money I spent, the little I sold covered the money and with profit. Meanwhile, I now have other money waiting for the layer 2. Okay. Now look at this. This one has accumulated this. So what should I do? I want to compound. You come to hydrate compound, right? Come to hydrate compound. And then, so I'm compounding now. Okay. Somebody is playing with our screen, be careful. So I'm compounding the drip, that's 0.194 drip, that's about $21 worth. So I'm compounding, right? So let's just wait. When it compounds, that add up to the volume so that I can be earning on that. So this are staking, man. We have a lot of staking, crazy staking everywhere. Where if you check what you are making from staking in a day, it's enough to take care of your family. And so, but you are not looking for just to carry the staking money and be buying ice cream and all of that for your children or for your wife. No, it's to compound and accumulate wealth. Now imagine somebody who have accumulated from how many, I think 45 drip, and it has compound and compound, and is having up to, is it 1,500 or something? I don't know. And so now, no matter what is earning daily now, he can pick part of the money because he have a capital base that's producing passive money for him. You know, I've compounded this, and you can now see that the volume has increased and all of that. So that for drip. Now, let me finally log into those of you who have not done your ETA, next X, or I'm almost switching my time. All right, you just need to do the unusual. Crypto is, man, crazy, crazy, crazy. Things are happening, man. Crazy things are happening in crypto. Okay, I think I can just show you. Yada, yada, yada. Good, sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have about, you had about Metaverse just now and how people are buying virtual land. Doesn't really make sense. No, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, you telling me buying virtual land. What do you mean by virtual land? It doesn't really make sense, man. What kind of land? But let me show you something. Next X, number one, next X is on its next X now is on its pre-sale of the token they want to bring to the market. Now, some of us are positioned and waiting for the coin now you cannot buy, you cannot participate. It's late for you. Even if you do your KYC now, the other people have done their KYC. No, let me not discourage you anyway. Okay, so but you can still register and then buy land out. So, but for you to participate in this, number one, you need to register, and then number two, you need to buy a minimum of $100 worth of land. Number three, you need to do your KYC. And once that is done, then you fund your account with Polygon, which is Matic, and then you can use it to buy. And if you still made up, okay. If you didn't, congratulations. Now, let me quickly show you something. You want to buy land, I haven't done all of this. Now, if you think crazy things are not happening, they are happening. I'm going to show you something that will shock you. Now, look at this as the marketplace. Now, people have bought land. This project is not today, it's not new. It was since last year. Okay. Now look at it. These people have bought all this land. Let me show you something. People can be crazy, but now look at this person want to sell this land. I'm sure it's an island. Royal Palace of the King of Morocco. Yeah. This guy is crazy. This guy bought this land with how much? $9.67. The market worth now is $23, but he placed to sell this land at 725,000 Matic, which with the present price of Matic is that will be worth 1,115,789. It's crazy, right? Don't worry. Now, let me use an example for you, this virtual land thing, if you do not understand. It's just like when, in the website or domain name that people buy to resell domain name, you understand? And then people do like arbitrage on it. Those of you who are in IT, you buy. Now, let me use an example. There is somebody who did this thing to, I think was he Two-Face. These are intelligent, smart things. Look for money and bought a domain name with popular people. He just charged such a like. This guy do not have a portal. Okay. Now, if your name is let's say, let me use popular Nigerian artist, hip hop Nigerian artist Davido. Now, somebody go to the domain and register www.davido.com, www.davido.org, www, and just register like that and hold it. He may pay for 3 years for that domain name, which cost him maybe only $50. That's $150, and he lock up. Now, when Davido now say, wow, there's a reason for him to have a portal, and then, man, of course, his name is already known. Why his name is Davido, stuff, and then he now want to use, let me use my Aderi Bigbe. Nobody, who is Aderi Bigbe? Is it Davido? Somebody want to clone Davido. This is not Davido. So let it be Davido. Now he's going to type Davido. They'll say no, for sale. Davido? Me? For what? What? He's going to be looking for who is selling my name. And he can't break out of that. And then he's going to be lobbying. The guy is going to, because he knows he's a celebrity, so you know what? Give me 500 million naira. Don't give me 500 million naira. I'm not selling, man. So you see what this guy has done now? He said the royal palace of the King of Morocco. It's not in a haste. About a night, oh my goodness. The guys are crazy. Now, somebody who may want to buy can place an offer at his own bidding price, though. And if he's not agreeing, he's not going to agree. After a while, he's deleted, okay? Because of the time for placing is done. You can actually check all of those transactions. So I'm just using an example for you. Now, you can buy, let me show you some land. Bought here. tomorrow, those of us in Build Me or people in private membership, I'm going to be showing you us clue for buying lands that are profitable and what you need to look out for. Then just buy and keep it there. If you like, you can place for sale, but I'm not placing anything for sale, okay? And I'm just leaving it there. Now, you want to search for land. Did you know that I saw that some people have bought some parts in Lagos, Nigeria. If you don't know today. Lagos, Nigeria. You may think they don't know what they are doing. They do. You may say, who want to buy in Lagos, Nigeria? Let me see. How will I know the land that have been bought? See, any area you see like this, it has been bought. Look at all this, they have been bought. Sorry. You know, this is a blockchain transaction. So you can't modulate it, you can't change it. People have already bought it, have bought it. See what these people did. They bought on top of water. They've gone to buy on top of water, cross Ike Bridge. All right, this person. Now, if I click now that I want to buy, you can just double click. Now, let's see. The person bought it at 104, but the worth now is $226. So if I want to buy now, I can say, okay, let me inspect it. Okay, let me inspect it. So you can see he bought it to, like, he wants to do a bridge. He knows what he has done, just kept it like that. Then if I want to do, I can place offer. Maybe I want to buy, you have to ask you for information. You can see Lagos, Nigeria, ports, and is whatever. 104 was what he bought it. The placing is expiring 30 days now. He can replace it again. So if I want to place an offer, I can say I want to place an offer. They tell me how much I want to offer. If he's not interested, he will leave it, right? And say, no, I'm not interested to sell for you. Okay. Now I want to buy. Yes, let me close this selection. Now I want to buy. You go to like Dubai. They bought everywhere in Dubai. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Very many places have been bought, and you can see what people have done on some of those land. Some that have even gone to buy, you know, on the lake. See, putting flag, creating NFT art on them. I saw some, they created even Arabic word. Now, when you are going to need it, you're going to buy it very expensive from them. See, this is water. People are bought. See, people are creating art, edges. CryptoPunk. See, somebody bought crypto. That's okay. Freedom. So people are buying. Now, if I click to buy this now, you will see how much. They bought it $15. Okay, see what? $15. Yeah, I'm not buying anyway. I just hope some of us will not miss out of this 2022 wave of activities. This guy bought this, and what now is $92. Okay, I'm actually not buying, but just show you the magnitude of activities in Dubai. You want to buy anything there in Dubai, all those places have been bought up. So if you click now, you are buying from somebody who has already bought it. So you are not buying fresh, you are buying from, and you only see his wallet communicates. You know, this decentralized blockchain is crazy. Okay, this one $77. So I'm just showing us when you want to buy land. Like myself, I bought a lot of land. Okay, let me go to France. I saw that France, Paris, Royal, man, they bought many places. Guys, you see everywhere is white. All this line, once you see all this line, all those places you are seeing white like this, with those lines, it's telling you everywhere is being bought. Over time, you will see people placing adverts. So people placing adverts, and then people connect. You just see what we are talking about, connectivity, virtual land, and virtual, houses, everything. You just connecting what you want to do. Oh my God. And some of us are still snoring, quite unfortunate anyway. Okay. So now when you register, all right, first of all, when you register, you meant to edit your profile by putting all the detail, and then you to come to wallets. Come to your wallet. If you look at mine, it's connected. So yours, you have to connect, and then automatically. When you want to do all this, do it on laptop. If you want to do it on phone, you have to copy it. All right. But I prefer using my laptop with my MetaMask on my laptop rather than stressing myself with phones. Not everything can go with phones because of the requirements and what needed to be done. That. Okay. So now, okay, assuming I want to buy here now, you click, you drag, just click and drag and release it. $40. It's $40, but I have to change my wallet to Matic Polygon, because that's the protocol you use. And then, suppose I have a lot of wallet connected. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, there we go. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, there we go. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. So, okay, I have about 51 Matic there. I think it's network. So it has a timer, so always be conscious of the timer. If it closes, that means the transaction will not be honored. So you have to be conscious of the timer. So $40, should I buy? Or okay, I just want to do an experiment, not too much. So let me. $15. Okay, let me buy $15. Then there you go. I'm gonna click on buy now. Now it asks me. So it's gonna use 9.5 Matic. Now I told you about promo code. There's a promo code I sent to us, or if your person who invited your friend has a promo code. Now this is the promo code. Now it reduces the fractions I will have paid. Look at it, for instance. I will have paid 10.0165. Then, but with the promo code, I'm going to pay 9.5. Now, for those of us who are verifying our social stuff, you have what we call unit. I may say, let me use additional 10 units to further reduce it. Okay. So to further reduce it, I add units. Then there we go, I click on buy. So my wallet already was connected before. Then you wait for it. So for transaction to connect and roll off, then there you go. Okay, so that's I'm buying virtual land in France. Man, crazy things are happening. Money are made. People are making crazy money. And then I just pity people when you sit down, blah, 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 blah. And then why people are just doing click here, touch here, do this information. Now I'm good to go. I bought, I'm good to go. And so that's, you know, now you can check sometime on the dashboard, it shows you expensive countries, popular countries, right? Look at it. All right, most expensive countries. All right, this, type, that. Now, popular, America, and then just like that. So, but does it mean that a place that's not popular is not good to buy land? No, that's not the fact. That's not the fact. Okay. We're happy to announce that you can join the persona. Okay, the persona. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You have a question? Let me quickly go back to senior people chat. Shows how to compound drip automatically. I don't have the time. I'm blessing. That later. How do you buy the land? Okay, I think it was all time. Look at the screen very keenly. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. I'm saying unknown. Should I buy the unknown? Unknown is that you can relabel the name. That's what it means. So it's data. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, crypto is real, but it's funny. And so you have to take it easy, take it lightly. Don't be too serious with yourself, but be committed to get the right information. Act on it. Begin to work more on it. That you have to know what exactly you're looking for. You know, if you don't just do it anyhow, man, you're going to be losing out. So, yeah. So if you are in the space, you're new, and now you can buy this coin, FTM. Just buy and keep. You may do wonder this year. FTM, that's Phantom, right? Phantom, you can buy and just keep. Near protocol, it may surprise you. So these two coins, they may surprise you. So if Near protocol is too expensive for you, buy more Phantom. Congratulations. Yeah, and I think I've come to the end of this interaction tonight. Okay, that will be on training. What just came? That will be on training. So please, if you are new, you're still battling on where to fix yourself, I will encourage you to go and enroll, learn, and then develop training more, and then access to right information is going to help you a lot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I think we are done tonight.